In this video, I'd like to share a useful and really versatile teaching tool for band. And you might know this technique by a different name. I know them as UNISON sheets. But the basic idea is that you can take anything from your band performance music, enter it into your music notation software, transpose it for all the different instruments in your band, and then have everyone play it and learn it together. Thanks for joining me here. My name is Peter, and this is the Amplified Warm-Ups YouTube channel. Before I demonstrate my technique for creating UNISON sheets, which is really quick and easy, let's get into some of the possible uses for UNISON sheets. One use is for technique development like key studies. For example, if you have a piece that's in concert A-flat major, you could use UNISON sheets to play reps on part of the scale, or as an exercise like this, which uses thirds. You could also use a UNISON sheet to teach a melody from a piece that they are using. Since the melody is often passed around the band, using a UNISON sheet is a great way to efficiently have everyone learn it together. Difficult technical runs like this one can be broken down and then built back up. The woodwinds needed to play this run pretty fast, so in the UNISON sheet we started with just the first note of each beat, then we added the ands, and then we gradually added more 16th notes until they had the whole run learned. UNISON sheets are especially great for teaching rhythm concepts in your pieces. One piece that my band played this year had two rhythms that were just slightly different. We used this example to show the similarities and differences in the rhythms so that students would be ready to play them correctly in the piece. Sometimes you want your band to style something a little bit differently than the way the music is literally notated. In this example, what you see at letter A is how the music was written on the students' parts. I wanted them to create some space between the notes, and so I renotated it at letter B to show them clearly how I wanted to add some space in between the notes. As a final example, you can also use UNISON sheets to help demonstrate the different textures that are going on. In a piece that my band is playing right now, we have this primary ostinato pattern, a secondary ostinato pattern, and then this line, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it's actually the melody that we want to bring out at that moment. So having everyone in the band play these parts and then going back and playing the music helps them to understand how their part fits in with everything else that's going on. I think that bands at literally every level can benefit from UNISON sheets. They're a great way to build the concepts and skills that musicians need to put the music together in performance. And they're not difficult to create. Let's take a look at the process that I use. Once you've identified the part of the music you want to develop, open your notation software. I will demonstrate using Finale. I have a template that I've created, but it's really basic. You'll need 5 staves, C treble, B flat, E flat, F, and C bass clef. You can enter the notation in any stave, and then you copy it to the other staves. Transpose up or down to put the music in the right octave range. Then you'll need to double an octave for some staves, usually the ones pitched in C. The way to do this in Finale is to open the transpose dialog, choose the transpose direction up or down an octave, and then check the box for Preserve Original Notes. Here we now have a good pitch range for flute and also a lower octave for oboe and mallets. We'll do the same for bass clef, adding a tuba range to the upper octave for trombone, euphonium, and bassoon. As simple as this is, it will cover all the instruments in your band and give everyone something to play. From this point, you can either print out the page for each musician, or if you have a screen large enough, you can project the UNISON sheet in rehearsal. You could just display directly from your notation software, but in order to maximize screen size and keep multiple sheets organized, I put the music into a slideshow. There are just 2 more steps to make that happen. Export each notation page as a separate PDF. Then, I use Apple Keynote, but you could use PowerPoint or Google Slides. Set the presentation slide size to 1920 by 1080 pixels. Into a blank slide, insert your notation PDF. Then, instead of manually adjusting the size, select the PDF image and type in the width, 1920 pixels. Then just drag the image around to center it. If there's another system of music on the same PDF, I just duplicate the slide and then drag the image up to show the bottom system. I keep all the different slides for our current performance pieces in one slideshow, so I can easily use any of them in a given rehearsal. So that's how I create and use Unison Sheets. They make for really efficient learning. They keep horns on faces longer. They provide a lot of visual clarity, and they're just so versatile. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If so, I have some other band resources to share with you. If you go to amplifiedwarmups.com and register your email address, we can connect about some other tools that will help your bands be successful and make your teaching life less stressful. So again, you'll find that at amplifiedwarmups.com. Thanks for watching.